All right, fellow traders, welcome. My name is Fausto. I want to give you a little chat back. If you guys could hear me loud and clear, just give me a chat back in the chat room, please. All right, good. Just give me a second. Everybody, my name is Fausto from Cyber Trading. How are you all doing this great afternoon on a happy Friday? We got a nice little rally in the market, about 240 points. Let me tell you, we had some really good trades we're going to talk about. We're going to teach you how to trade some of these stocks and making some big moves. We're getting a very big rally on, obviously, AI. Hopefully, everybody sees it right here. Stock that we've been trading for the last several days, actually for the past month, actually. And we'll talk a little about it. But the goal is, why is this stock going up? Who's running it up? How do we actually trade stocks like this? And that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm breathing so blessed how you are doing today. Well, you're more than welcome. Let me kind of share that chat where everyone could share it and see it all together. Can we do that? Yep, there we go. All right, I think I got it up there. All right, good. Yep, all right. Just want to make sure I got everything shared there. Perfect. All right. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is going to talk about 45 minutes. We're going to talk about how these things are moving and where they come from and all that good stuff. So with that, let me just share my PowerPoint really quick with you. Hold on one second. And there we go. Perfect. There we go. All right. So basically, we're going to decoding the Nasdaq market maker movements on these stocks that we're trading. One of the biggest issues that people want to understand about trading. So let me explain something to you. What you're about to learn right now is going to be quite disturbing. I know some of you here have taken classes with other people. You've been learning about these indicators. You've been learning about these options. You've been learning about all this stuff. But what you're about to see is I'm not going to teach you about the past. I'm going to teach you how to read the future. And that's what it's all about. Trinina, good to see you. Nice to see you too. Great to see you. Happy Friday to you too. All right. So anyway, a quick little disclosure before we get started, just to let you know that I'm not making any guarantees or warranties that this works for anybody. This is strictly a training class. And like I said, you should be very wise, very smart before you make your trades out there. All right. Now, these are things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to view the best stocks in today's markets, how to find them. We're going to talk about how to navigate through these high-frequency trades, these algorithms, these dark pools that you hear about. I'm also going to teach you what is level 3 and level 4. This is what drives these stocks up. And also how to, which everybody likes to know, about entries and exits, right? You want to know basically how these things go up and down the way they do. And I'm going to talk about some of the tricks and traps that these market makers do against you. Now, just a quick little intro about myself. By the way, have any of you ever seen me do a speaking before? Just give me a quick yes or no in the chat room. Just want to see the comments. Yes, no, maybe saw me 2, 3, 4 times. I don't know, just really quick. Couple of times, okay. Yes. All right. 3 times. Okay. Good. Karen, you never did. Okay. Got a couple of no's here. All right. Good. Got a lot of people from YouTube. All right. Just bringing that up. All right. So anyway, with that said, just to let you know, I've been doing this for over 30 years. All right. I love what I do. And I've learned by living here on Wall Street, I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. And let me tell you something. What you're about to learn, I'm going to show you, nothing really has changed since the day I started till today, other than you don't have to be licensed to do this anymore. Like I said, ticket charges got really cheap, all that good stuff. So these are the things that you're going to be learning when it comes to trading. Now, regarding about trading, I'm one of the original day traders. You probably read any of the old books. The So's Bandits. I was one of them. When I started, there was about 1,000 of us. Now there's over, several million actually around the world. So the thing is, a lot of people like to get into this business, but they don't understand that it is a very big failure rate. And the reason why people fail is, number one, the main reason is that who really trained you? And most people are self-taught. And let me tell you, I was that ignorant 22-year-old kid 30 years ago. And what I learned back then to today is, when I got into the industry, got into the business, is that when I finally blew up through 2 accounts, I said, you know what, maybe I should go work for somebody. Maybe I should go out there and see what I'm doing, what other people are doing. And most importantly, knowing how to stop losing money. And that's basically where it came about. And what I'm about to show you is that you're going to see that most of you are trading backwards. And you know what? That's okay, because that's why you're here today. And let me tell you, I learned on the first day on the job. Now, the big difference is this. When I started, you had to be licensed. You had to take your test. You had to work for somebody. You had to split the profits. They paid you a desk fee. You had to pay all this money to go on. Now, you had to come up with thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Now, if I told you had to do that right now, chances are you probably wouldn't move forward, forward doing this. But it doesn't cost that anymore. It does not even a fraction. Hell, I am about to show you something that I used to pay $1,000 for 30 years ago, and today costs $15. Let me put it this way. And I have a question for all of you. If I was able to show you where 70 to 80% of where all the buyers and sellers are, all right, how much better and smarter trading decisions would you make? Think about it. Imagine you're able to see where Goldman Sachs is, Merrill Lynch, the algorithms, all that good stuff. How much better and smarter trades would you make? Well, that's what I'm about to teach you. And now you can see there's 2 photos up there, just really quick. Just kind of show you. The left, you could see it's an article that was on Forbes, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. I always get a kick out of that monitor because, it's funny. If you can't make money on a 15-inch monitor, I don't know how you guys making money on 6. There's an article. I'm actually a regular speaker at Nasdaq. Nasdaq always has me there as an expert to teach people on level 3 and level 4 quotes. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, I have 2 families I want to talk about. I've been married for over 25 years. Actually, it's been my 25th year this July. I got 3 wonderful sons. You can see I don't make girls. But I have a second family. And I'll tell you, the reason why I think I have such a great relationship with my family and my students is because, you know what? This job lets you do it lets you be your own boss. You can come and go whenever you please. You can do whatever you want. I don't know if this is really the appropriate time to say this, but I just found out that one of my really good friends that was very, very quiet, he's actually my accountant, just got diagnosed with cancer. He has stage 4 cancer. And I found out that he has a couple of weeks to live. And I'm actually really, 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 disturbed about it. And it's been bothering me a lot. And it kind of shows you that here's somebody that I used to work, as an accountant, hours and hours and hours. I mean, if anyone here knows any accountants, like my accountant, we would go away for the weekend and he'll come back at 10 o'clock at night on a flight. He said, I have to go back to work, and it's just like, the stress and everything else. And you know what? Trading cannot be that stressful. I mean, like I have the time to talk to everybody here and tell you this is why I have the time to do it, because I want to see everyone happy. If anyone's been through COVID, you see what that was all about. You're from home and everything else. And then now you're home. You're like, it's not a bad job, So it's one of the great advantages of being part of getting into the trading business. But the reason why people fail is this. We're not here to learn how to make money. Okay. I know that sounds stupid. Like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Isn't that the whole purpose? No. The purpose is we want to help you to stop losing it. It's the losers that everyone blows up their account. You know what I mean? It's the losers that you have to figure out what to stop doing. And no one teaches that. Think about it. When's the last time you went out to someone train you and they love to put all these feathers in his cap and, hey, look how much money I made this money. Did they ever teach you like how to stop losing it? Okay. I mean, how successful your trades have been if you didn't have those losers? And it's always at like that big one. You know what I mean? So in anything, you got to learn before you could earn when it comes to trading. Now, let's talk about some of the stocks that we traded this week, and then we'll go through some of the strategies behind it. Did anyone see the stock BMEA? It went from $16. Look at the clock right here in the bottom. At 8:30 in the morning, it ran from 16. It ran to 30 by 10 o'clock. I mean, at 9 a.m., the damn thing ran to 24. And if you came in at 9:30 in the morning and you weren't able to trade in pre-market, it ran from 23 to almost 30. Did anybody trade it? No answer. I'll take that as a no. How about this? PYXS. Look what happened in pre-market. $2.80 stock. By 11:30, the thing was already at $4. Then the afternoon came around, ran from 4 to 5. These are stocks that we traded. By the way, I know we have people that logged in from Instagram and or even on our Twitter feed. We post all these trades, okay? All of them. Oscar. Whoever traded Oscar, here's a stock, 9:30 in the morning, goes from 480 to 680 in less than an hour and a half. Think of the math. Just think about this for a second. If you bought 1,000 shares at $5 and you sold it at $6 about an hour later, how much money did you make? $1,000. You do that every day. That's a $250,000 salary. Who doesn't want that job? So don't think about being a millionaire. Don't think about, don't tell me you want to make 20% on your money, because 20% on $100,000 account is a $20,000 investment. You better off go working at McDonald's, for crying out loud. You're not in this business to make 20% on 100,000. You're here to make, replace or supplement to your income. So now the next question people ask is like, how did you find these stocks? Like, what kind of alert system? I know people spend so much money on these alert systems, right? All these newsletters. How about this? Did you ever work off your big percentage gainers and losers? Well, let me kind of explain something to you. AI, right? It's got a really big run up today. Hold on, let me bring up a different something a little bit easier to read. Yeah, this probably works. Okay, let's look at some of the stocks that are moving today. All right, AI right now is the 4th biggest percentage gainer on the New York Stock Exchange. See the gainer here? 4th biggest. Look at stock what it did today. $28 all the way to 32. Okay, these are the things that we trade. These are things like YMAB. This stock went from $4 to $6 an hour and a half. These are all the stocks that are big percentage gainers. Now, granted, there are a lot of stocks out there like UHG I wouldn't trade, even though it's the biggest. We'll talk about this. Pally was actually a pretty good stock. This one moved yesterday. But the thing is this. We only work off our big percentage gainers and losers. That's really it. Now, in our training program, which I'm going to invite all of you to come and join me, we'll show you how to kind of, eliminate the ones that are what we call not tradable, meaning it's all about less risk, more reward. Question for all of you, and think about this very carefully. Why are you here? Why are you here, everyone? Just tell me. Why are all of you here? Michael, John, Charles, Lori, I see you chatting a few times. David, why are you guys here? Almost. Some of you are right. Remember from the last slide. I know you're here to make money, but you're here to stop losing it. And the reason why people lose is because they're trading things they shouldn't be in. That's what it is. And Manuel, I'll take that too. You're here to learn. Absolutely. All right. So VKTX, here's our Twitter. You can see the time that we posted up at 9:48. You could see the stock. We make call outs. We talk about these big iceberg orders, big block orders right here. We just kind of made a point at that time. And you can see how the stock goes from 13 to 15. We kind of show you. We do all posts on our social media and in our trading room. Now, the question I have to ask is this. Exactly why are you buying and selling this stock? Okay. Was it the news? Was it the indicator? What made it really move? Okay. Well, this is how 80 and 90% of the traders fail. They use these stupid indicators. They go crazy with this news service. They always want somebody to tell them what to do. How about this? Anybody go fishing? I'm a big fisherman. Actually, I just bought a new reel yesterday. There's an old saying in the Bible. Feed a man a fish, you feed him for the day. You teach a man how to fish, you feed him for life. Now, we could all just keep going to the supermarket and buying a fish, right? And spend money and spend money and spend money. But you know what? If you had to feed your family, you got to know how to actually, and you had to go out there and do it. You want to go fish and you can feed your family forever. So you don't have to go spend those ridiculous amount of money, keep blowing it. Like, I don't understand. Why is lobster $25 a pound? I don't understand. Why is king crab legs, $40, $50? I mean, I was in the supermarket during Christmas. They wanted $90 a pound. 90. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'd rather just go out and get it myself. So the thing is this. I know a lot of you here are out there trying to figure it out, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it now. So listen to me carefully. What you're about to see, I'm going to teach you right now. Like I said before we started, because I see some people logging in late, is going to be very disturbing. You're going to be so ticked off at yourself because you're going to be like, how come no one ever told me this? This makes totally sense. Now, please keep in mind, I'm going to invite all of you, okay, to come into a free live workshop. If you see that little barcode on the top left-hand corner, you could register now, or you can wait, but just take your phone, okay, and scan that that barcode, okay? I'll actually move it right down here at the bottom. Can I move it? Oh, no, can I move it? No, I can't. Okay, so you got it right there. All right, so anyway, let's talk about level 2. Basically, what you're seeing right here are buyers and sellers. Now, who here has level 2 quotes? Who here has level 2? Okay. All right, few of you have it. Okay, good. So let me explain to you what it is for the ones that don't know. What you're looking at is you're looking at people that are buying it and you're looking at people that are selling it. That's basically what you're looking at. All right. You got 3 columns. You have a 4-letter abbreviation of a brokerage firm or an exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq Exchange. This is what the stock is trading exactly at that exchange. Okay. Now, whoever wants to buy it is up on top. Whoever wants to buy it down at the bottom is down to down to the bottom. Okay. Now, it's basically a negotiated system. Now, the problem with level 2, it's outdated. It's been outdated since the 90s. I know a lot of brokerage firms give it to you for free. But you know what? Honestly, it's a waste. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Okay. Well, it's not a waste of money because they give it to you for free. But you know what free is? It's like a free lunch. Okay. It's worthless. Now, the next question is this. By the way, I'm going to take the barcode down. It looks like a lot of you guys just registered. I'm going to take it down because I want you guys to keep focus on it. I'm going to bring it back. All right, I want to bring it back. So let me just take it off really quick, and we'll come back to it. Okay. I want you guys to get focused on this because everybody here is going to want to register after you see what I'm going to show you. Does anybody here have what's called Nasdaq Total View? Anyone here have that? You got to bring something up here. Hold on. Anyone have Nasdaq Total View? All right. So if you go to our website, all right, CyberTrading University's website, okay, right on our website, there's a video. I don't want to play it right now, okay, but you can go to our site and you can watch the video. You could see on the teacher. I do a lot of courses on Nasdaq Book Viewer. Let me show you how this works. So Think of this for a second. You have a seat on the exchange right now. Back in the day, back in the early, New York Stock Exchange, the floor and everything, people used to pay millions and millions of dollars to see this data. All right. Now it costs you $15. Cheap, not a big deal, right? But what am I getting for $15? Now listen to me carefully. You are going to see every buyer and every seller at every single price level in a stock that you're in. Let me repeat that again. Let it sink in. You're going to see every buyer and every seller out there. You're going to see every big block order. You're going to see every institution. You're going to see every algorithm. You're going to see every dark pool. You're going to see everything. Now, if you were like me when you came back, back in the early 90s and 2000, you had to come and work in Wall Street. You had to pay money to see this. You had to go out there. Now it's all open source for everyone to have. Now, let me explain to you how this works. I assume everyone here knows how to read a chart. Okay. So let's look over here. You're looking at AI. Okay. We're looking at the stock that we traded today. Where's AI right now? Is it still going higher? Wow. Things trading in such a great range. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Okay. Let me sneak peek. Check this out. See these red lines? See how the stock goes up and down? What do you think that is? Why is that stock doing that? Why is it going up, coming down? Why is it going up, coming down? That's what we're going to show you next. All right. So anyway, buyers equal support. Sellers equal resistance. Now, this is where people do things backwards. They go out there and they want to buy a stock, right? They're looking for support, but you don't understand. You cannot have a support level no matter what you're looking at unless those buyers are there in the future. So we're looking at the future. We're not looking at the past. So even though you think you have support levels in the past, is not always indicative of the future. So when you look at this stock right here, AI, and it started right around 25.40, and it came all the way to a price around 24.50, and somehow it decided to go up from there and went to 25.80. Why did it go up? Because at 24.50, there was a big order. Somebody was looking to buy a substantial amount of shares. And when you look over here in NASDAQ Book Viewer and you work yourself down the left-hand side, you'll notice that there's 33,000 shares looking to be bought at 24.50. Now, this is where the crazy part is. You got buyers at 24.72, 71, 70, 69. You got 200 share buyers, 300 shares buyers, one share looking to be bought at 24.60. Kind of a joke right there, right? But as you're working down, there's 33,000. Now, you might not think like, is that really a lot? Well, when everyone else is showing hundreds and 200s and 100, 33,000 is a lot. And you might not even know that, like, wow, never probably even thought about it or even registered in your head that that would make a substantial support level or a buyer. When you look at how many other orders are out there, and look what ended up happening. Hit that support, and the stock went right back up. Now, let's look at a resistance levels. What makes resistance? Sellers. And when you look right here, you'll see the stock go from 24.60, goes all the way up to a price of 13.50, right around 12 o'clock. It keeps hitting it. It keeps hitting it. It keeps hitting it. After 30 minutes, it decides to go down. Why would it go down? Well, because it met its match. If you look on the sell column and you work your way down, what's very obvious is there's a 43,000 share seller out there, and there are 12 orders that make up that 43,000 at 13.50. Now, I don't know about you, but I would think $13.33 is resistance because some chart told me so, or 1360 because some indicator told me so, or the 43,000 shares because the NASDAQ exchange has a seller out there at that price. Who do you trust more? The past or the future? Read between the lines, fellow traders. Let's go over a couple examples last week. Okay. let's look at this example right here. Let's have a little fun. Guys ready to have a little fun? Okay. By the way, I'm going to do this really quick. If you guys want to register, I'm going to give you another, whatchamacallit, to join free the cyber group room. I'm going to post that link up really quick again. All right. And let me tell you, out of everybody here, everyone should be registering for it, because I am going to invite every single one of you to come join me in my trading room for a one-day exclusivity to get into that room, but by clicking on that QR code. Okay. Now let's look at this in the meantime. The stock is going down, right? Stock's going down. Where would we have, like when will the stock stop? You ever go into a trade and like, damn it, like, why does the stock keep going down? When I own it at 1650, it's at 14. Do I sell it? What do I do? What do I do? Well, looking at it, where's support levels, fellow traders? Where would they support? I mean, the stock's not going to zero, which could happen, but where would it go? Where would it stop? Where's supports? Where's support? Nobody here knows? Well, there's only way to figure it out, right? What makes a support level? Buyers. You want to see what those buyers look like? Can't see on the chart. But what we can do is we go check over here really quick and go check out the exchange. And we could say, we look on the buy sides and we notice that there's a 55,000 share buyer right at 1380. Now, remember, there are a lot of buyers at all different prices. Okay. But the biggest significant buyer is right there at 1380. So let's think about this for a second. What do you think is going to happen when we get close to 1380? Do you think it's going to go down, or do you think it's going to go up? What do you all think? By the way, thank you. I see a bunch of you already registered. Good to see you all. Good. Glad you guys read. Let me tell you, you think this is good on a screenshot? Wait until you see when we go live in the market. You're going to freak out. I'm telling you. So it should go up, right, Romana? Right, Manuel? With that buyer out there, right? Lori, what do you think? Dave, Devin, what do you think? It should go up. It should go up. Now, look what ends up happening. Stock goes down. It holds there from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. And look, now it's starting to go back up. Okay. It's starting to go back up. And, and that's what makes things build a support level. It never wanted to go low. It sure went down pretty quick in an hour, but after like an hour and a half, didn't seem to have that problem. Once again, actually, I'm going to ask everybody another question. Did I lose anybody yet? Did we lose anyone? Anyone get lost yet? Just out of curiosity. No, right? Easy enough. Let's do this one. Let's look at Oscar, the stock that had that big run from $5 to $6. Now, being a good trader, the goal is having a game plan. Where is our resistance levels on Oscar? Think about it. Should we sell it now? I mean, like where, like what is going to make a resistance? What's going to cause this stock? Like, could it go back to 12? What's going to make it? Exactly, everyone. Sellers. Let's go hop over here and look at level 4. And you'll notice that once we get around 680, here we're hitting about a 54,000 share seller, 17,000 share seller, 12,000. So right around that 679 to 685, we got a lot of 5-digit sellers, a lot of 5-digit sellers. Well, look what ended up happening when we hit those big sellers. I don't know, 680 down to $6. I mean, like, oh my God, it tanks. What a disaster. Here you convert a winner to a loser. How is that even possible? It's possible because you did not have a game plan. You did not see where the sellers are out there. You went out there and you listened to somebody on Instagram or on TikTok, or you subscribe to some news service to tell you, oh, they came out with good news. It's great that you see that. It's great to see that demand. But it's also nice to see where the sellers are taking profits, don't you? Now, we call these things iceberg orders, big block orders. I came up with that word, after watching the movie The Titanic. I always tell everyone that. I don't know if you guys, the movie The Titanic. Terrible story, beautiful ship. They're more concerned about the beauty of the ship than the lives of the people on the boat, and with all the technology. And sure enough, it's not what was on the top of the water; it's what's on the bottom of the water. And you could see from that picture, icebergs can be pretty big. So if you got the wrong data and you just keep focusing and being cheap, looking at the top, and you're not looking, and you're just looking at level 1, which is I call up here, and you don't have the level 3 and level 4 down here, you got a problem. So these are the big things why people make mistakes. This is why people succeed. All right. You got to have the right tools. Now, people always ask me this question. Let me take down the QR code because I don't want to confuse anybody here. All right. We're going to come back and we'll give you one more shot. All right. To get back in to see this stuff live. But let's talk about fake orders. People always ask me, Fausto, I heard about this. I mean, how do I know they're real? I'll tell you if they're real. When you come and join my room, I'll find one of these big block orders. We'll use your money and you tell me how fake it is. Okay. And if if you think that brokerage firms are allowing you to put fake orders, please tell me, because I'll be not even a millionaire. I'll be a billionaire overnight. I would love to put fake orders. There's no such thing they're fake. Now they can cancel an order, but they're all real orders. Now let's go hop on really quick and talk about level 4. Now, does anybody here have level 4 quotes? Anybody here have level 4 quotes? Just out of curiosity. Let me tell you, you think that's pretty cool? Wait till you see this. Now, I know a lot of you here know how to read a chart. Some of you do. Maybe some of you don't. I don't know. But we're going to use something that's not more of a heat map. It's more of a software, not more of a platform, not more of a trading software. Now, what you're looking at right here is, and let me kind of show you. You see where it says over here? It says COB. You see these numbers right here. Envision that being the level 3. Those are all the orders. And you can see there's a lot of numbers out there. And sometimes those numbers could be overwhelming. And some of us could be a little confused. Some of us, like, it moves too fast. But what happens here is that on the left of it, it's going to tell you how long those orders been out there and if that order is getting executed. And depending on how many shares that are out there, it's going to, sorry about that. What it's going to do is it's going to change color on the amount of shares out there. So the more shares that are out there, the darker the color. The less shares at a specific price, the lighter the color. So obviously red is very, a lot of orders. Blue and black means a lot less. So let me show you what we got going on here. Here we have a chart on the right, and here we have a chart on the left. Now, if you notice here, we're looking at NVIDIA. And you can see NVIDIA went from like 270 up to 275, back down to 270, up to 275. Now, you're trying to probably figure out, why is the stock having a very tough time getting past 275? Well, if you look right here, down here at the bottom, where the line just started, that was about 930. Now, I don't know if anyone here trades pre-market, but we trade pre-market here, and all of you are going to be invited to come. But you can see how the stock went from 272, and it went all the way to a price of 275, and this order has been out there since 930. But when it got there 11 o'clock, you could have seen that order since 930, and he's been out there since 930. And what happened when that order got close to it at 11 o'clock? It came right back down to 227. And then you could see that this order has been out there all day, because at the end of that chart, that was the end of the close of the day, and he never left. So the goal here is to have a game plan. By knowing where these orders are, you're going to make smarter and better trading decisions. Like here in Amazon. Okay, Amazon, you could see this big red line right here. And you could see it. The stock is trending down. 141,000 shares, 58,000 shares. And then you start working your way down. You got 3,000, 1,000, 2,000. The reason why it's going down is not because of, a Fibonacci said so. Not because of Mr. Bollinger Band said so. It's because those orders said so. So yes, this can you could see this on more brand name stocks. Now let's go back and reverse it. Do you ever hit a stock and hit a resistance levels and it breaks through it and you're like, how did that happen? How did it go past the resistance level? What made it break through it? Well, do you ever think that maybe somebody bought it? And by knowing that those orders were out there at 100 and 120, and you see those little green balls, that means that someone actually bought those shares. Now, if you ever go out there, I'll put this in like, I don't know, in layman terms. Do you ever go out there and see somebody, and I assume a lot of us here probably own a house, and you're sitting there and you're like wondering like, my God, someone just paid $1 million for that house. I wouldn't pay more than 300. And then you're like, and then you find out the damn thing goes to $1.5 million, $2 million. You're like, holy crap. I mean, if that house went for that much, my house is worth that. And you're like, and you can't figure it out, but you know what? The demand's the demand. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing the demand. You're seeing orders out there, and then you're like, okay, that's definitely not going to go past that. But then you're like, someone just bought 50,000 shares? That's unbelievable. Now let's look at this. Here you have Coinbase, and you see these red lines out there. Look how Coinbase, you hit resistance and you came back down. You got buyers here, right here, and you can see all of a sudden a big red bar comes out right at $68 for 48,000. And when that happens, look what ends up happening. Stock hit the support level, came back to that one. Not only was 59, it was another 17,000. Hit it, came right back down to 64. It's almost like common sense. Let's go out there and look at. Let's go back and check out that stock I told you. SI. Let me blow this up so you guys can see a little bit bigger. See how the stock went up? See the big sellers showed up here at 12 o'clock? 21,000. Try to get up there. Never got to it. Came back down to this buyer right here at 31. Try to go back to 32.30. Came back to 31.70. Came back to 32.30. Came back to 31.70. Try to go back to 32.30. All of a sudden, more sellers started showing up. This buyer gets executed here at 31.70. Oops. What does that tell you? I don't know. You read between the lines. Okay. Let me show you some other stocks. I think I got a couple of more out here. Nara, another big winner. Nara started, let's say right here around 10:30. All of a sudden, these sellers started showing up right around 8:30. 860, 865. Look at these red line orders. Look what ended up happening. Had a nice little run up. Once it got close to those sellers started showing up. What ended up happening? Stock started going lower. Look at this yellow, red. Seller. Oh, now he lowered his bid down to 850. What ends up happening? Now you're down to 830. I mean, does that seem hard? I mean, think about it. Do you think you know more than 39,000 share sellers, the 94,000 share seller, the 73,000 share seller? I mean, by the way, this is live. This is live market conditions. So you have to understand, fellow traders, you can't be self-taught. All right. When you're out there, you're risking your own money. You got to learn how to trade, to think for yourself. That's why people make a mistake. Can you please send me the registration link of the course? Absolutely, Paul. We're going to get that in 1 minute. All right. I'm going to bring that up in just another minute. So don't go anywhere. But I'm going to invite all of you, and I would expect everyone here to register, because I'm going to give you an opportunity where you're going to be able to look at your own stocks, see what's going on. But I'm going to invite you to come to our professional trading room so you can see all these hundreds of traders that are doing exactly what you're doing. And you know what? Why not? Because aren't you sick and tired of and you probably, maybe some of you are making money, some of you aren't, but aren't you sick and tired just you just know there's something out there that someone didn't teach you? And you just know that there's just knowing that if you would make better and smarter trading decisions, if you just knew where those orders were. This is why CyberTrading University is endorsed by almost every brokerage firm in the industry. You have to understand something. We've been doing this for 30 years. I know a lot of you here said you've taken training courses. Has anyone ever told you that they have done presentations for Nasdaq, Tastyworks, Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, TradeStation? Okay, all of them. Maybe one, maybe none. Let me tell you, these brokerage firms do their compliance on us. They do background checks on us. You think they want Fausto Pugliese and his instructors to come talk to their audience as traders or their customers because we teach them how to lose money? So listen, if they're doing it, you need to do it. By the way, any of you ever do a search? You know, CyberTrading University has a 5-star rating on Google. Okay, 5 stars. Go check the brokerage for. Go check the school that you've taken. You probably won't even see a report on them because they could take it down. But let me tell you why that is. When we invite you in our trading room, a lot of you really don't qualify to trade, and you're going to know right away. You're going to know right away. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. That's not bad. I know that, listen, there's some of you want to do it, but some of you might have to change. You might say, oh, now I get it. Now I know why I can't figure this out. And that's okay. Listen, it's like going to the doctor. You think you want to do something and like, you know what? After thinking about it, I'll just deal with it. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't have the surgery after what he told me. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you the responsibility. So I like to put the fear and God in people first before you go out there, because I know how hard you work for money. And the last thing you want to do is blow it. So I'm going to give you that opportunity. So everyone here is going to have access to come to our trading room. Do I have it up here? Yeah. So you're all going to get to meet all these traders, and you're going to see their chats. You're going to see how we make you think for yourself, all that good stuff. All right. Now I'm going to take a couple of questions. If anyone has any questions, I'm going to give you the code one more time. Okay. I'm going to post up that QR code and the email address too. You can register. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in there. But let me tell you a couple of questions I got over the day. I want to share with you. People always ask me, how much money you need to do this? Zero. That QR code I'm giving you is going to save you thousands. So don't think you need to open up a brokerage account, and to use our program. We don't want you to trade. Okay. We just want you to watch. That's it. You want to see if other people make money doing this. Listen, don't count my money. I won't count yours. Don't count mine. I don't need to brag. Okay. I don't like egotistical people that like to show off their cars and this, that. I don't do that. Okay. I know how hard you people work. I know some of you are starting to come to maybe retire. Maybe you got affected by COVID. Maybe you got laid off. And you're like, you know what? How can I replace my supplemental income? Let me tell you, trading is a great job. Hell, I love this so much. I started my home living channel. It's called Fausto Home Living. You check it out on YouTube. You'll like it. So I want to invite you all to come to the trading room. I want you to see these traders that they succeed doing it. Now, there's the barcode. Okay. And I'll put it up one more time. There's the QR code. You got 2 QR codes. You got this one and you got that one up on the screen. So take your phone, or you just go right to that. You can go right to that link that I just gave you. Right here, the ctu.co/CG free. All right. So you got both of those right there. You can go up there. Yep. We just posted up there too. There you go. All right. Now, this is what you're going to get. This is what I'm going to give all of you. Okay. I'm going to give you 1-day access to the trading room. It's not, first of all, this is all free. Okay. I'm going to give you you're going to get live weekly trades that we do. You're going to also get 3 workshops. Okay. I'm going to talk about how to trade level 3, level 4, and much more. So you're going to get 3 quality workshops that's going to get into more detail than what we talked about. I'm also going to give you 100 hours of trading strategies that we have what's called our Traders Talk. So once a week, we do an event, and we do it on Tuesdays, and you're going to be able to access, and this is where we kind of like work with our traders, focus mainly on the mistakes that they make. All right. And then finally, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give everybody my book. Now, you can go to Amazon. You could buy it. It's $47, some crap like that. But how about this? How about I'll give it to you for free? All right. It's a fast read. It's a #1 bestseller, in day trading. So go out there, click on it. It's been produced by Wiley. It's not one of these self-published books. Okay. Wiley, a very well-known publisher in the industry. So it'll teach you how to beat market makers in their own game. So I'm willing to give that to you. All right. So all you got to do right now is just click on that scanner and get it up and going. Now, a couple of things here. Does Bookmap show more complete sets of orders than Total View? Yes, it does. Absolutely, Glenn. So basically, what's nice about level 4 is that you're not only seeing the NASDAQ exchange, you're also seeing the New York, you're seeing other exchanges. So yeah, it's aggregating more exchanges. In other words, you might not have a big order on NASDAQ. You might have a big order on the New York. You won't see that. So that's what's nice about it. All right. Any other questions? So when can I start? Well, this is what you're going to have to do. Every one of you will get a phone call from one of our education advisors. Okay. First of all, we take training very seriously. We want to make sure you know what you're getting yourself involved in. Okay. So we want you to have the greatest experience when you come into the trading room. So it is very, very imperative, okay, to take our call and let us walk you through it and show it to you what's going on. Because listen, you want to have a great experience. It's not going to take you long. It's like a 5-10 minute phone call. But we want you to really appreciate what's going on and say like, wow, I could really do this. It's not bad. So these are the things that we're going to be offering all of you. So, and then you pick a date that you want to do it and you'll be there. And then, you know what? And then we'll worry about that. Next question people always ask me, what does it cost? It's costing you nothing. Listen, we're not going to scam you and, start billing you like some other people. First of all, you know who you are. Okay. In a way of, we don't even have your information. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you want to move forward, you're going to move forward on your own. Okay. We're not in the sales business. Okay. You need to go out there and prove to yourself that this is something you want to do. All right. What factors would it cause someone not to qualify? That's a great question, actually. So first of all, you might not, maybe things are moving too fast for you. Maybe you're not really, you find out that maybe you're not committed to, to do things, like you might, maybe like, listen, the biggest failure rate in today's industry is more of the greed and the discipline. That's really where it comes down to it. So, and some people are just very anxious. They need to learn, they want to learn like yesterday. Maybe they're not funded properly. That's another big issue. Maybe you have the wrong brokerage account. Maybe you're not set up properly, or maybe sometimes we might just tell you point blank, we don't want to teach you because you're not really, we don't want to get involved, and that's okay. Sometimes like think about going to a doctor's office and you think like, I want to do the surgery. I want to do the surgery. The doctor's like, well, I'm not doing it. Now you'll have doctors out there that want to do the surgery because they want to get paid, but a really good doctor will be like, you know what? I can get paid from the insurance company. I can do well, but I would rather not because God, if something does happen, I'll lose my license. And that's what happens in today's industry. There's a lot of schools out there. I'm not here in the bashing business, but there's a lot of people that love to teach you. And at the end of the day, you know what they tell you? It's not my problem. You figure it out. And you know what? That's why some of them are not here today. And that's why we are still here today. And that's where it comes into. We just got several people that just registered on the QR code. Look forward to, great. Love that. Beautiful. All right. Do I have another big QR code? I think I had another one. Yeah, there you go. Let's bring up that one. So you got two big QR codes right there. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions for everyone? There you go. Just click on it to get the 1 free day access into that. All right. So listen, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming here. I hope you guys learned a lot. Make sure that you fill out when you register, make sure you fill out your questionnaire. We ask you 5 very important questions. That's part of the factor of knowing if you are qualified or not. Listen, the more you tell us, the better we can help you. Okay, that's the big thing. A couple of questions coming here. When is the training? Exactly when you register, you'll book a date when you want to be able to come. You can start Monday, you can start Tuesday, you could maybe, I don't know, whatever you want to start. But don't waste any time. You can start right now if you want to. Manuel, you want my? Of course you can. Of course you can. You're more than welcome. Really appreciate it. It's nice to see you guys here. The training, beloved, it's going to be. It starts when you want to start it. Once you get through, when you go through your walkthrough, you have access to it immediately. Okay. And I think we got that link that's posting up there. There we go. That's the link, or just click on that scanner, the QR code. All right, then. With that said, fellow traders, thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. I look forward to seeing you all there. Oops, got a couple more questions. People starting to come in. I taken your trial before. It was worth it. Well, Trinity, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay. Now, instead of doing that week, we're just going to do a day. Listen, we want to make sure you're serious or not. It's a lot of work for us to talk to traders and stuff like that, but we're willing to put the time in if you're willing to learn. Like I said, I've been very thankful from people. I've changed their lives, but like I said, sometimes some people are ready for it, some people aren't. You're more than welcome, Paul. Thank you very much. Rudy, I don't have access to FinNC. Okay, if that's what you're asking, it's a different platform. Rudy. Okay. Glenn, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. So thanks, everybody, for listening. You got the link up there. Click on it, register on it. I'll keep it up there for another few moments. And like I said, I will hopefully look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. Thanks, everybody, for listening. See you in the trading room, and have a great